reaching the lost. It's a tiring work. It's a never-ending work. You're never going to stop reaching out. I've said this for years. I realize that it's popular for churches to put banners in their auditorium and announce the theme of the year. Brethren, I'm not opposed to any of those themes, but hear me clearly about this theme. Evangelism is not a banner statement. It's not a theme of the year. Evangelism is a way of life. Evangelism is not only cultural, it's generational. Evangelism is never something we finish. It's something that defines who we are. You see, Jesus came to seek and save the lost. That's who he was. It wasn't a part of his ministry. It wasn't the main part of his ministry. Brethren, it was his ministry. And so when it comes to a growing church, we have to develop a habit, a culture, a generation of soul winners. We have to help Christians realize that this work never stops, that we're going to continue to train you. We're going to continue to emphasize it from the pulpit. We're going to continue to ask for contacts. We're going to continue to send out prospecting measures, whether meals or cards or various other acts of kindness. We're going to continue to build up our base of those who are willing and good at doing Bible studies, who want to do it. We're going to continue to work with new converts. What about evangelism ceases? Sometimes elders ask me, how long is this going to take? My answer is a lifetime. Now I realize they want to know how long will it take to set up the model. You can do that within a matter of months to certainly under a year, but this never stops because we're talking about a lifetime. We're talking about the purpose of who we are. The Great Commission is a mission statement. Every job, business, Walmart has a mission statement. Hallmark has a mission statement. Christianity has a mission statement. That mission statement is one soul at a time. Brethren, we're not going to reverse the trend of the decline of the Church of Christ overnight. I know it's a big kingdom. There are a lot of people in this country, and we ask, how can we, as Christians, help the Church of Christ reverse the trend and begin to grow one soul at a time? Brethren, just do your part. If every Church of Christ would practice congregational evangelism and we would all do our part, I have no doubt the church will grow. And my goal, I hope I can see that again in my lifetime, that the Church of Christ can reverse the trend and we can grow. It's not going to be all of a sudden. It's going to be over time, one soul at a time, that our churches will start to grow. No, it's not an accident that we picked what we call the 10% metric for churches. Again, if you have 50 members, that's 5 baptisms a year. Now, if you have 5 baptisms the first year, now you're 55. You have 5 baptisms the second year, okay, now you're 60. Well, 10% of 60 is 6. Now you have 6 baptisms, now you're 66. So in 3 years, you went from 50 to 66. Brethren, that's growth. That's why we use that metric. Now, again, you won't see that in 1 week, 1 month, but over time, the church can achieve growth. It's sustainable growth. It's not just a quick hit. It's a lifestyle culture that's developed in your church. So we want to encourage you, do not run like a thoroughbred. We want to encourage you to pace yourself, kind of like the tortoise and the hare. Let's make sure that we don't give up. We don't quit. We don't start out really fast out of the gate and then back off and then just quit. You know, there was a congregation last year, and I haven't talked to Luke Puckett about announcing this, but I don't think he'd mind. Luke Puckett's Coldwater Church of Christ in Kentucky, near Murray, Kentucky. And that church has worked so hard. I mean, last year, the tornado went through there. We sent relief efforts, and they really, really worked through the community, trying to find the few from the many. They worked extremely hard. They sowed the seed. They prospected. And they did not get the results that we hoped that they would get, that we wanted them to get. It's not surprising. I mean, Noah preached for a long time and didn't get a lot of results. He saved his family. So Jesus, he preached, to crowds of thousands. And, at the very end, there weren't many. So the Bible tells us in Matthew 22:14, many are called, few are chosen. We understand that. But here's the point I want to make about Luke Puckett. They didn't give up. So this year, once again, they went out. They started prospecting. They started reaching out to the lost in their community. And you know what's happened? They are baptizing people this year. I'm not mistaken. They've had 3 or 4 baptisms already this year. They're not giving up. I love the Puckett family because they realize that evangelism is not just a one-time act. It is a lifestyle. It is something that the congregation must do, and we must do till Jesus comes. Growing churches develop the culture of evangelism, permeates through everything they do. I hope this message will encourage you this morning. I hope it will help you understand the nature of the work we do. May God bless all those congregations who are focusing on the mission of Christ. May souls be saved.